What happens when a machine learns to feel? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most beautiful and unexpected animated films of recent times, The Wild Robot. This isn't just a story about technology. It's about survival, identity, and what it truly means to belong. The story begins with Roz, a robot designed for efficiency, logic, and service. A machine built to follow commands, not to question them. But everything changes after a shipwreck leaves her stranded on a remote, wild island, far away from human civilization. No instructions, no commands, just nature, in its rawest, most unforgiving form. At first, Roz is completely out of place. The animals see her as a threat. The environment is harsh and unpredictable. And her programming? It's almost useless here, in a world where nothing follows rules. But instead of shutting down, Roz does something remarkable. She adapts. She begins to observe the world around her, carefully, patiently. She studies the animals, learns their patterns, even teaches herself to understand their language. And slowly, something incredible happens. Roz stops being an outsider. She becomes part of the ecosystem. But then, everything changes. In a quiet, unexpected moment, Roz accidentally becomes the caretaker of a small, orphaned gosling, Brightbill. And this is where the story truly transforms. Because now, Roz isn't just surviving, she's responsible for a life. What follows is one of the most touching explorations of motherhood you'll see in animation. Roz, a machine with no emotions, begins to develop something that feels very close to love. She learns how to nurture, how to protect, how to sacrifice. She teaches Brightbill how to walk, how to swim, and eventually, how to fly. But more than that, she teaches him how to survive in a world that can be both beautiful and cruel. And in the process, Roz herself begins to change, because the more she cares, the more human she seems. And that's where the film becomes truly powerful, because it quietly asks a question that stays with you long after the movie ends. Do you need a heart to feel? As time passes, Brightbill grows up. He becomes stronger, more independent, ready to find his place in the world. And like all children, there comes a moment when he has to leave. That goodbye hits hard, not just for Roz, but for us as viewers. Because by now, we've forgotten she's just a robot. We see her as something more, something real. But the world doesn't forget. Humans eventually come searching, and suddenly Roz is forced to confront the truth of who she is, a machine, built for a purpose, designed to serve. So the question becomes, was everything she felt real, or just a glitch in her system? The final act brings everything together, emotion, action, and meaning. Roz is faced with a choice, return to the world she was built for, and that choice defines everything. Because in the end, The Wild Robot isn't just about a robot surviving in the wild. It's about finding your place in a world that doesn't understand you. It's about growth, connection, and the courage to become something more than what you were designed to be. And maybe, just maybe, it reminds us that being alive isn't about how you're made. It's about how you love. So even in the most unexpected places, even in something built from metal and code, love can exist. And that is what makes this story unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep movie breakdowns like this.